10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome. We're tinkering with some of the parts of the show here, and it's time for experimentation. Just keep things fresh. Anyway, hope you're having a great Friday morning, or FRI-YAY morning with any luck. Anyway, I'm Brian K. Morris, welcoming you to the Friday, January, no, not January, God, don't go back in time, Brian. June 11th, 2020. It's obvious I need more coffee. Painfully obvious. But anyway, I'm glad to see you here. Hope you're having a great morning so far. Hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. I know I am. I'm excited. I'm actually going to go to a convention this weekend for fun. Go figure. We'll talk about that more as the show progresses. But anyway, we want to thank everyone for showing up, and we especially want to thank our sponsor, Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Take a look at what they can do for you. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. They can do wraparound covers for your novel. They can do comic book covers. They can do promotional graphics that you can market, on all kinds of paraphernalia like cups and posters and stuff. In fact, Jeffrey Hayes, who did all that great work, has some posters and t-shirts and stuff on his own that you can check out if you go to his Facebook page or to plasmafiregraphics.com. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Anyway, we are powered also by the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Here they are. Take a screen capture if you would. We've got you covered all 7 days of the week. Some people take a day off or two. I don't. But anyway, not shaming them. Everybody needs some rest sometimes. But anyway, please check out these wonderful shows. Tonight, we are going to have Drinking with the Davies with a mystery concoction. Good Lord, what could it be? Well, tune in tonight and see what Christine and Ted Davies are going to mix up for you. And then Michaela Jade is taking the night off. But Mick Tockert is going to bring the energy at 8 p.m. with the Historical Fencing Guild. So please watch that show, because it will be awesome, because Nick is awesome and we adore him. And speaking of people we adore, we want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where for a modest monthly sum, you can directly support your favorite creators. And please check out these people. They all have their own Patreon pages, and they have chosen to support me, for which I am incredibly grateful, because it helps defray a number of the expenses that this show incurs. Believe it or not, your free entertainment ain't free. We have been able to do upgrades to our content and our services here, and we've got more on the way, so please join us. Check out what we will offer you in support of your support. So check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And also, one more thing, if you need something to do this weekend, I recommend reading. Remember, readers are leaders, and you can lead the way with your peer group. If you pick up Snow Ambition, the fourth in the Snow Short series, it's a standalone novel. It's a fast read crime adventure featuring Abraham Snow by the great Bobby Nash. Check it out. Find out more on Amazon.com. It's only 99 cents, and it is wonderful. I so declare it. Anyway, yeah, we're kind of fiddling with the format here because every now and then I like to do that and just see how things shake out. And also, please check out last night's not Clever Tile Pending. That was Tuesday. Tuesday was pretty darn awesome with Grant Lankard and Angie Dudas. But please check out last night's Comic Book Spectrum. We had a great time last night. Had a lot of fun talking comics. And here we go. And that's scary. Okay, what did we do, Carleen? I love you. And I love you too, Carl. Now, Carly, don't be scared. Run! Okay, yeah. And the cover icon is epic. Glad you like it. Back in the cereal box. Check them out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, where they're going to eat cereal, talk pop culture, and just have a lot of fun, as will you. Be there in your pajamas. But everyone's use of that app is going to drive me to drink starting around 5 p.m. Central Time. Oh, I'm looking forward to the green room. I haven't told anybody, but I need it tonight, probably. But anyway, yeah, the what is it? I can't remember the name of the app, but I've been getting all day people sending me pictures of myself yesterday. I think it's glorious. We will eventually show them all off, probably, much to the horror of Carl and Carly. But no, we that one today's was from Charles F. Milhouse, who, by the way, this weekend, he is appearing at the Pulp Fiction Convention in Westlake, Ohio. It's at the Doubletree at the Hilton Cleveland Westlake at 1100 Crocker Road. It's going to be happening Sunday from 10 to 5. And I know if you follow Clever Title Pending, Jim Beard and John C. Bruning will be there of Flinch Books, the people who have put out this wonderful tome here. And they've got another new book I wanted to pick up this weekend called Occupied Pulp. And it is kind of like adventures in wartime when someone's native land is occupied by the enemy. It sounds really good. And I think Bobby Nash has a story in there. I'm really looking forward to reading that. But anyway, Jim and John and Charles and Marianne will be there. And I'll be wandering the halls. I don't have a table set up. I'm actually going to be there for fun. Go figure. I can go to a convention and enjoy myself, and I'll have Cookie with me. We are going to make a day of it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope that you will show up and give some support to the show. I understand it's a first-time show, and if it does well, I will show up later next year, hopefully. But anyway, yes, about 5 p.m. Central Time with drinking at the Davies. I thought you were just talking prep for the green room. And there's my darling Michaela Jade. Hey there, I'm still surviving in this lovely 96-degree heat. Talk to me about swimming pools and air conditioning. Help me make it through the day. May you be greeted with cool breezes wherever you go, darling, and may the ice in your drink never melt. Okay, and just think of all the cool drinks you can have during the day in between your labors. And also, please check out Michaela's morning inspiration show. She's just started that. On her way into work, she gives you the, if you think I'm Dr. Tough Love, you got to see her. She is like a loving drill instructor. She is great. She tells you how to get your ass out of bed, quit whining, and start doing your career. All right, and start working towards it. And it's a terrific show. I'm loving it, Michaela, and I'm glad you're doing it. It's available here on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Oh, by the way, when you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or on the rerun, we appreciate each and every one of you. Please like this video if you would. Please give it a reaction. And if you're watching on if you're watching on Facebook, please give a like to the page you're watching it on as a thank you for hosting us. Also, please, if you're on YouTube, also give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. We've just hit 510 subscribers, and we would like to go over 1,000 before the end of the year. And we're pleased with everyone that leaves a comment and everything. So please don't be shy. And Carl Westman says, poor Michaela, don't put us down in the sweaty bra today. Okay, sweetie. Sweetheart, you do what you feel you have to do. If I have to go inside your bra, I'm ready. Ray, send me in, coach. And Carleen says, I think you'd like the sweaty bra, Carl. Well, if he doesn't want in, that means there's more room for me. And good morning to our good friend, the Skunk Rocker. Skunk, how you doing this morning, buddy? Morning, Nevermorian. Today's Weird Random Factoid is brought to you by Stupid O'Clock, now featuring 2 for $4 biscuits and croissant sandwiches for a limited time only at participating locations. Very, very cool. Glad to see that. And BRB. Well, we'll just wait until Carly comes back. Okay, well, we'll just vamp until she returns. Anyway, and the Scoutcracker says, meaty musician Bobby Prince, known for such video game soundtracks as Doom and Duke Nukem, often just straight plagiarized popular songs because he was also a lawyer who knew the limits of copyright law. That's genius. That's brilliant. I love that. That's funny. I love these factoids, Skunk. I really do. I'd say about 95% of the time, I don't know them. And that is really cool. And Carl has a good question. Was it using the parody clause, Skunk, or was it fair use? That's what I'm... And Carly is back. Whew, that was close. And good morning to the wonderful Amy Hale. Everyone, Amy Hale has some new books out, and she's also got a back catalog that if you haven't read it yet, you need to treat yourself. In fact, a lot of her work looks something like this. She's one of my favorite authors. Now make her one of yours. AuthorAmyHale.com. And please check her out. She has a Thursday night show on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Creative as Hale with her husband John. And check out her work. Check out her back catalog of books and her interviews. They are always, always good. Anyway, glad you're here. And hope you and John have a great weekend. And Scott Crocker continues. Some of the musical acts that he copied from include and are not limited to, I don't doubt they're not limited to, Metallica. Oh my God, that's poking the tiger with Metallica. ZZ Top, Anthrax, Megadeth, Led Zeppelin, Pantera, Alice in Chains, and Slayer. Wow. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That is cool, Skunk. Thank you. And no, it was not that it was percentage based. I don't have the article in front of me, obviously, so I don't remember how much of the percentage was, but that's how nobody could sue him. Well, I know that part of fair use depends on how much of the song is used. There is an old song by Martin Mull called Licks Off of Records. And he ends the songs with where he's talking about teaching himself guitar, and he learned it all from licks off of records. And then he does the chorus, stops, plays the opening to Day Tripper by the Beatles, then licks off of records, and then plays It Was Too Early for Smoke on the Water, but he plays another classic rock and roll riff and then ends it with the opening guitar from I Can't Get No Satisfaction. So that's what that reminds me of. So it may have been fair use, and the percentage, and doesn't something like that might not hurt the commercial viability of the original. So, but anyway, Carl says, "Hey, Amy," and wow, says Carl, "Yeah, that's interesting, Skunk. I love hearing stuff like that." And here he is, Christian Basil. Check him out Tuesday nights, and also check out his new weekly show. He's doing some excellent stuff on Doctor Who during the midday. So check him and Melanie D now, because they're awesome. And Christian would love it if I checked him out sometime, like a library book. I'm telling you, arise, Friday Morris monster, arise and begin the Brian K. Morris, the animated series, as you and the rest of the social media world have fallen into my trap and turned yourselves into cartoons. I've graduated. I've been a caricature for years, and now I'm a cartoon. I could stand a cartoon of me. You know what I'm saying? I could use the money. And good morning, Teresa Dunn. Good morning, Brian, creative for the Mornings. Hoping to hear good news about hubby. Yes. If you want to talk about Teresa, I will understand. Otherwise, Teresa's husband has taken a downturn in health recently, and please send your love and your positive energy to Teresa during this trying time. And good morning, lovelies, from Mike, Jimmy, Lordship de Bruin. It is good to see you. Fantastic morning. And yes, 10 seconds. I love that opener. I do. And I hate it because I'm on my nighttime shows to a degree, things up occasionally, show that we're actually paying attention here. I forget to put the countdown on it. It hurts me because I love that countdown. That was done by our very own Skunk Rocker. Skunk created a countdown clock for us, and I love using it. And Skunk has definitely pulled the thorn from my paw as far as creating great stuff. So please, thank you again, Skunk. Appreciate it so much. And hashtag bring cookie home, and hashtag bring cookie food. Yes, I'm going to feed her this weekend. And Jessica Johnson, good morning. Mwah! Jessica, the hand on the rudder of let me look for it. Yes, right on where I'm looking here. July 17th at the 800 City Park Drive in Perryville, Missouri. It's going to be a great, great show. This is a show where you get your admission. Part of it will go to benefit two very worthwhile charities, as will, well, I would say your table fee, but if you don't have a table, you ain't going to get one. And hey, Brian. Hey, Carly. And hey, Teresa. Hey, Christian. Hey, Brian. And good to see Carly. Carl, it's good to see you both. Oh, and you two were fantastic yesterday on Ted's Cigar Show. That was really great. I have to say I'm not a smoker, but I watch that show and I feel like going out and get myself a cigar. You know what I'm saying? You're leading me down the path of destruction, and I like it. Anyway, hey there, friends and foes. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you back in the cereal box. Hope you have a great show tomorrow. Well, you always have a great show. What am I saying? And speaking of great shows, here is 1/4 of the reason why last night's comic book Spectrum was so fantastic. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. It is FRI-YAY. Let us shake off the gloomy dooms of the week and enter into the glorious land of the weekend. I know I'm ready for it. Lead us on, Fez, man. Lead us on. Well, follow me. Get used to the sight of the leader here from your angle. But anyway, Brian did a great job last night, as did Clyde Hall and Eric Hawkins, as always, on Comic Book Spectrum. I think it's a show that even if you don't like comic books, you'll like the show. We do have fun together, and it goes way off the rails before the end of the show, just like almost everything I do. So please check it out. If you like this, I think you'll dig the show. We reviewed some really good books last night. And I usually leave the show thinking, damn, how did I miss that book? So I've got stuff I've got to read. But anyway, please check it out. Those three guys are fantastic. And so are the comments we get. We really appreciate those. We love the interaction that you guys give us. But anyway, Brian, I hope you get feeling better soonest. And good morning, Facebook user. Good to see you. And Facebook.com/Heroes for Kids Comic Con. Check that out. It's going to be a great, great time. We are going to have Nicholas Tucker. Nick, good to see you, sir. Good morning, Nevermorians. Today is a good day. I got to sell a copy of the very first game I published, Melee. Hashtag always promote, and hashtag always promote your friends. Check Nick out on Amazon. He's got a number of great books like The Simple Sword that is a great reference book for armed combat. You really need to check out the library of Nick Tucker, and you also need to check out the library of Kathy Jackson. Mwah! Author Kathy Jackson. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, darling. Love you. Love you. Well, get your hands together, Brian. There we go. That's more like it. You're usually better with your hands, I'm told. Anyway, Kathy, it's good to see you. Please check out her library. She's got a fantastic series of books on Amazon, such as the 5 series, also Coffee, and the series that starts out with Yours to Love. She's got a brand new book from 7th Star Press that is out now, but check out her work on Amazon. And did he say tinkering or tinkling? Hard telling. I never know what's coming out of my mouth. Shut up, Christian. Anyway, putting on my like before I forget. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who has given this show a like, love, or appreciate. And again, if you're watching us on YouTube, please give us a like. That would really help. And if you have not subscribed already, please subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified of all future content. Question for today from John B. Pica and back of the cereal box, johnpica.com. Question for today: what kind of lunatic drinks kombucha? Is that kombucha? Kombucha? I can't remember how to pronounce it. It's been so long since I've heard that term. I've tried that stuff, and I agree. It is nothing I drink after mowing the lawn. That's for sure. I mean, it's supposed to have some health benefits. And it's one of those things that if you add a lot of stuff to it, it's drinkable. We had a health food store that unfortunately went under about 3 years ago, and they were selling that. And they had a couple variations that were actually tasty, but most of the time that is like, not one of my favorites. Give me something unhealthy every time. Last night we had something. I don't know if anyone's tried it, but a little bit of Kraken rum in ginger ale. That was tasty. That was good. And it's a great analgesic. I'm becoming an alcoholic now that I'm old. Anyway, great, Nick. Seriously, Nick is great, and thank you for that. And TGIF to the fuzzy frazzled fez man and all the freaky Friday Morians. Count your blessings because you have so many to count. That is true, Bill. We do. We really do. And thank you, Bill Sarn, for being here. Sarnard76 on Facebook. Check out the artwork of Bill Sarn where everything old is new again. Oh, Ian Boothby, his GF, Angel Allen, Josh, and I are headed south. Okay, I know who you are, Facebook user. I was wondering. Hello, Ariana Archeri, formerly of Cherry House Press. Check out her new press operation, if you would, please. And you're headed south for the weekend since we didn't take our trip last year. Head to Metropolis and Paducah. Have a good time. Hey, if you get a chance to eat at, I know you guys have dietary restrictions, but check out Mellow Mushroom across the river in Paducah. What? Hey, Paducah. Yes, I got that out. Thank you. I'm still cruising on 1 cup of coffee, honey. That's not a hint. No, that's not a hint. Yes, it is. Anyway, no, honey, it's not a hint. Damn it. Anyway, I thought the microphone was sensitive. Anyway, thank you, honey. And I hear from the echo where you're broadcasting from. Don't get up. Right? That's what I thought. Anyway, I heard where you were broadcasting from, so I was saying don't stand up. Love you. So anyway, honestly, I was not hinting. But if you're gonna, I'll gladly receive the blessings you are about to give. So anyway, now that we've negotiated ourselves into a second cup of coffee, anyway, no, it's good to see you, Ariana. But occasionally, I don't know what it is, Facebook makes you maybe go back in and or it just doesn't talk well with StreamYard some days, and I don't think it's StreamYard's fault. But anyway, I'm glad it's you, Ariana. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy your trip and be safe out there, especially the heat. And hello, handsome people, says Grant Lankard. What? Nothing for me after all we've done for each other. Good Lord. Anyway, no, check out Tuesday night's Clever Tile Penning. Grant was fantastic on there, and he is still let's see, Beowulf issue 2. Let me refresh that. It takes a moment here. So anyway, on my Steam-driven laptop here. But anyway, I hope you're having a great morning. Hope you and Angie are going to have a great weekend, my friend. And going to go see Superman and some other fun sights, says Ariana Archeri. Yeah, trying to think. Just hanging out on Market Street is enough for me. There's plenty to see down there, and every now and then I go to the casino. That's usually a little bit of fun. Just to people watch. That is a lot of fun. But the Superman celebration is coming up the 30th and 31st of July and August 1st. And if you think it's hot in June, you ain't seen nothing yet. But anyway, Congratulations, Grant Lankard. He has made his $2,000 goal with $99 on top of that. He's got 96 backers with 20 days to go. Please check it out. It is called Beowulf Issue 2. Do a search for that. Just do a search for Beowulf and it will, or Grant Lankard, and it will come up. Well done, young man. Well done. See, you need to be on my show to make it happen. We are the Kingmakers. And anyway, Bill Sarton says, bring Cookie home. That is my goal, my brother, and I appreciate the support. I really do. And thanks, Carl. A lot of sentiment associated with that one. Oh, I understand. Nick, I think most of us here understand. I think we all love our first books so very much, and it makes us happy when somebody's checking out our back catalog. And no, that's not code. Every now and then, Santa Sign sells pretty well throughout the year, and it always makes me happy to see someone pick it up. And something we do have on our plate is we are going to retool our very first book, Bloodshot the Coldest Warrior. We do not have the license for it, but we have a couple strategies for it. I have, just to let everybody know, I have contacted Valiant Comics saying I'd like to do a reprint the book. Now that see what happened, for those who came in late, thank you, Phantom. My first book was basically it was a Bloodshot book based on the Valiant Comics character. Also, the very good Vin Diesel movie. It didn't do anything because it was released the very first week of the lockdown. Darn it! But and you can get it real cheap at Walmart right now, really for about $10, and it's worth it. It's really good. He's fantastic in it, and the script's really tight, and it holds to the comic. But anyway, they had a program called Kindle Worlds where they had various IPs from various publishers where you could write your own, like G.I. Joe, Pretty Little Liars, The Vampire Diaries, Gilmore Girls was one of them. Then the Silo Saga, not related to the comic book, but Silo, but the Hugh Howey series, post-apocalyptic series about people who are surviving the nuclear holocaust by hiding in the nuclear silos themselves, and the precarious ecology of it, in that you have couples who can't have a child until someone else dies. And how do you get food, water, etc. I've read a little of it, and it's really gripping. But just haven't gone back to it. Got distracted. Go figure. Anyway, but no, it is a really good book. But anyway, this program allowed you to play with other people's copyright and trademark characters, and I chose Bloodshot. But the program went under a few years ago, which is a shame because Bloodshot was selling really great consistently since it was released. And I have talked to Valiant. I talked to the president of Valiant one time, and he said, well, let's take this up in an email. And he never replied to any of his emails. So, but I've talked to some other publishing professionals who have given me a couple of strategies I could use. So anyway, the book could come back in a big way soon. So anyway, keep your eyes out for that. And one could get me in trouble if I'm caught. The other one, I'll probably do the safe one. But we have a strategy. Anyway, Ted Davies Artistry. Good morning, all. See you tonight on Drinking with the Davies at 6 p.m. Eastern. Mystery Mixology Night. Ooh, that sounds like fun. That's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, but yeah, and Carl Westman says, always good to sell the older works too. It's all money. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and it's also nice that people are checking out your back catalog too. Again, that's not code. Like I said, if I sell an old book, I'm just as happy if I sell as a new one. And I'd love for y'all to pick up the new one, Snow Addiction, the fourth in the Snow short series. Now, you don't need the other books to know what's going on. I know how to do this. I will fill you in as you go. I don't do info dumps. I'm very proud of the way the book turned out. And I kind of adapted my style to read more like Bobby Nash's than my own. So please check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. You'll be pleased with it. And the Legend of Traveling TARDIS says, who goes to a convention for fun, Fez boy? Me. I'm busting this weekend at Central Florida Comic-Con at the RP Funding Center. Whovians will rise. Cosplayers will be flirted, and a TARDIS returns. And Christian Basil will be reminded that cosplay is not consent. Anyway, have a good time, my brother. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself, and also subscribe to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS YouTube page, because otherwise Christian won't shut up about it. No, seriously, he deserves it. He puts on a great show on the Hanging with Web Show Network. And it's funny, Christian, I've got the views. I have the views. If I had another 490 people, I could be monetized. Whereas Christian has the people, the subscribers, but he doesn't have the hours. Of course, I put out a lot of content, and I have wonderful content, mostly because my friends are wonderful. But anyway, and remember, says Ariana R. Cherry, under the disguise of Facebook user, remember, Cherry House Press is now Full Moon Inc. with a K. Check out our company, Full Moon Inspirations, at Full Moon Inspirations.com. I think it was mistyped. Sorry. Buy Full Moon books, Full Moon Art, and Full Moon Ink. I will shed some light on reading and art. Ooh, from the dark moon itself, the full moon itself. Anyway, and that's the illustration I've got here. I was gifted this by Ariana herself. Anyway, thank you, hon. Wow, good luck with that. And last night, says Brian Rodman, was another fantastic episode of Comic Book Spectrum with the Fez man himself, the porn sack Eric Hawkins, and the review master himself, Clyde Hall. I was also there breathing heavily in the background. Well, he does that either, even when he's got asthma or not, and it's really starting to make some of us stutter. Anyway, last night we had a great batch of reviews that continue to make me poor. We also covered the Eisner Award nominees for 2021. Be sure to check it out, and all the shenanigans that come with it. Yeah, definitely check out. Yes, they've just the San Diego Comic-Con, which is virtual again this year, is that's the only way you'll get everybody there that wants to go. There's no room in that building. It's been a fire code violation for 20 years. Code violation. They are very good about, okay, 2 people go in, 2 people go, come out, 2 people, 5 people go out, then 5 more people can go in. They're really good about it. I went 15 years ago. It's one of those experiences I'm so very glad I went, and if I never go back, I'll be even happier. It was a riot. But anyway, but no, the Comic Book Spectrum last night was really good. We I reviewed the was a DC Pride, and the salute to Asian, DC salute to not just their Asian creations, but the Asian creators, and then another one for the Milestone comic relaunch. And we hope you enjoy it. Plus, I deliver a little sermon at the end of it. Support your local comic shop. And Harley Slavic, good to see you, Sir Greens. How's everyone? Sorry, I've not been on here in a while. Hope the show is doing well. The show is rocking, and it is rolling. Harley, hope you are doing well, my friend. And Mike Jimmy says, my wonderful friend Nina Albrun went into In Demand earlier this week with her book, Sunrise Blossom. It's a beautiful name. A coming-of-age story about the harpy called Ivy. Anyway, check that out on Indiegogo, and hashtag always promote your friends. Mike Jimmy, you're doing the work of the angels there, my friend. And hey, Harley and Grant Langer, don't know if you saw that Beowulf got funded late in the day Wednesday, and I'm taking full credit for that, Grant. Anyway, but no, yeah, I just now saw it yesterday. I will say, for personal reasons, the last couple of days have been kind of a fustercluck, It has nothing to do professionally. It is, a couple of friends have gotten some bad news, and so I'm a friend. So anyway, but anyway, good news about Beowulf. Now let's go for those stretch goals, brother. We got to get you all stretched out there. Anyway, now for myself, Mike Jimmy. See, now this is the guy. He promotes his friend, then he thinks of promoting himself. Life on Korra, number 4, and I will open that soon. I promise, Mike. We'll be launching in 2 hours. Woo! At 12 p.m. Eastern on Indiegogo. Sign up now, as it's your last chance to get some awesome discount. Please check it out. And Mike Jimmy, Lorcia de Bruin will be on Clever Title Pending soon, so please check that show out. We'll all get to meet him together. And yay, Grant! I agree with Carl Witzman. And join Ryan Permissive Harrison and Dave Adams as they talk about all things geek on their persistently perfect podcast, Geek at Birth. It's sleek, chic, and graphically geek. All right, that's beautiful. And Brian Rodman, next week we will have Luke Bray on the Dastardly Dingoes podcast as he discusses being the world-building editor for Memoirs of an Angel. I've heard of that book. I gave it a good review on CBS a couple weeks ago. And his journey into the profession as a demonologist. Really? Oh my gosh. You don't want to miss this one, folks. To catch up, go to Dastardly Dingo's address there and follow the nerdy shenanigans. And Michaela Jane says, Nicholas Tucker, the answer is slushies. Of course, that's the answer to a lot of things. And Ariana Archeri says, Illinois is now in phase 5 and stuff is going to be 100% open again. Yeah. Is it like Indiana? Indiana is, I actually read the bill. I've started reading bill, the actual legal language of the state since the lockdown started. What has become of me? And the mandate here is that how individuals and businesses treat COVID restrictions is up to them, but they can be no more towards normal than the state is. So the state is saying masks are not mandatory, but if you've been fully immunized, if you've gotten both of the Moderna and Pfizer shots or the one Johnson & Johnson, it's like, you're encouraged to keep wearing a mask if you haven't and to socially distance. At least in our state, you can't go any more towards normal than the state itself mandates. And the state's still got a couple of rules in effect. But you go in some places like Walmart now doesn't require a mask if you've been immunized. A lot of businesses don't. Some restaurants still do. My comic shop doesn't have that restriction anymore. But nobody's going to say no. By the way, for my friends in the pro-vaccine community, Dr. Mike is a terrific channel on YouTube that talks about medicine, and he's a really, really fun guy and explains everything thoroughly with a good sense of humor. And he has a great interview he just dropped a day or two ago with Dr. Anthony Fauci about this whole pandemic that was really enlightening. I think it's worth everyone that believes in science. I think it's a good interview to check out. Anyway, Bill Sarn says the bird's the word when you sign up for Cindy Kep's nice and nifty newsletter at ckoepp.com. It's really something to tweet about. Yes, it is. And the next issue will be out in 14 days, 2 weeks from today. And it's always a great read. It really is. It actually leaves you feeling better than when you started. Back on Cereal Box today through Sunday is the virtual Super Friends celebration on the Phoenix Sisters Cosplay YouTube and Facebook, and many of the Back of the Cereal Box fam are panelists. That's true. That is true. And in case you're wondering what John is talking about, it is something like this.
Hello there, Super Friends. I'm Kelly Gettner of Phoenix Sisters Cosplay, or you might just know me because you're interested in the virtual Super Friends celebration. If you don't know what the virtual Super Friends celebration is, I'm here to tell you about it. This is a perfectly free virtual convention that's coming up Friday, June 11th through Sunday, June 13th. This will be hosted on Phoenix Sisters Cosplay, our YouTube, and our Facebook. I hope you join us.
Definitely check out the virtual Super Friends convention this weekend. The reason they're having that is that this weekend normally would be the Superman celebration in Metropolis, Illinois. And Kelly and a group of her cohorts have been putting together, I think it's their third one, a virtual convention to not replace it, but just kind of keep the feeling alive. Because I've been going since 1999. Last year was the first year I didn't go down there. For obvious reasons. Thank you, Miley Cyrus. Thank you, my Sharona Miley Cyrus. Anyway, but Kelly and friends have been putting together some great virtual shows, and you definitely want to check them out. And definitely, hopefully, well, hopefully it'll get you to want to come down to see the real Superman celebration in July and the first day of August. John B. Pica will be there. That's reason enough to go, is it not, John? And John will also be our guest this coming Tuesday on Clever Title Pending. Also, check out the family of shows that John has. Go to johnpica.com and get his brand new book, Nightreich, from 7th Star Press. And, ooh, slushy, says Michaela Jade. Good idea. And she congratulates Grant Lankert, as we all do. You done good, Grant. I'm really proud of you. You done great. And you've still got, before I read the next one, still have 20 days to go, so you still have time to get on this. And if you missed the first issue of Beowulf, well, this is your chance to catch up. Okay? So anyway, please take advantage of that. And Brian Robin says, next week, the Dingoes will also be flipping the script and will be interviewed by Ted Davies. It was an amazing interview, as always, with Ted. You get to know a lot about Chad Nuss and Jeremy Woodring and how the Dingoes just continue to grow due to their amazing level of talent and professionalism. Plus, it was just a great time and full of giggles. Well, that's probably why I'm stuck where I am, right? We don't claim to be professional. We just have good lighting. Anyway, that's going to be a great show. I'm going to definitely tune into that. Thank you, Brian. Hope you get feeling better soon. And Michaela J says, yep, Drill Sergeant Michaela happens every morning. And I watch every morning. It's usually in the late afternoon because I ain't getting up at that time. But anyway, but no, it's a good kick in the pants for everyone who wants to advance their careers in the creative arts. And, Michaela, did you see the thing I posted yesterday? I think it was from Bobby Nash. The fact that you are not where you want to be in your profession should be reason enough to work harder. Yeah, I like that. Anyway, you'll see it on my page on Facebook. And Willow Schuyler, it's you. Mwah, Willow, we love you. Thank you for your mentions of us with the Hanging with Web Show Network. Good morning to you, darling. And Willow is my favorite pro-science person. I found anyway, Willow, if you're listening, I definitely recommend Dr. Mike, his new interview with Dr. Anthony Fauci. It is, I think, I thought of you when I was watching it yesterday evening. Willow, by the way, is the most hated woman on YouTube, and we love her for it. And we got to get something going to tweak these people. And Willow, hi, Willow Kitty, says the skunk rocker. And Grant Lankert says, thanks, Carl and Nick. And speaking of slushies, as Nick Tuckert was, now I want one. I need to find out if it's still open, but there was a gas station in Porter, Indiana that has 12 different flavors of slushies. I need to call up and see if a pilgrimage is in order. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, something Michaela and Nick, something the three of us have been talking about. I started doing some research yesterday, and we're going to have to keep looking, at least in this area. And good morning, Eric Hawkins. Good to see you, sir. Eric is part of the Comic Book Spectrum. Hope your other broadcast went well last night. And he is also the artist and illustrator of the Zombie World of Oz. Number 3 is nearing final production. The goodies are all coming in. He's got his money from Facebook. All is right with the world. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that book. And maybe one of us will have to review it. Bah, ha, ha. And Ariana Archeri says, if you'd like to see art from Full Moon Art, I gave Brian the moon in Terre Haute. And that was a picture of the moon, not the other moon. As much as I might like. Anyway, please check it out. This is, you can't really see it very well, but that's Ariana's work. And thank you, Ariana. You notice I'm displaying it prominently on this show. So anyway, please check out Full Moon Inc. On Facebook, on the interwebs, and check out the great stuff that she does, okay? And Willow saying hi to Skunk. And Brian Robbins says, and if you didn't know, then you live under a rock, and you've got these furry things in your nostrils. The nebulizer is live on Kickstarter. It's about a chronic asthmatic and his feisty AI-controlled nebulizer suit as they fight through a post-apocalyptic world filled with allergen mutants. It's Bubble Boy meets I Am Legend with a dash of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We are less than $300 away from our second stretch goal and 16 people away from our backer goal. Head to that address there, the Neb1 with the bit.ly address, and see why it ain't easy being wheezy. Yeah, let's check up on you now. You're doing good too. And like I said, it takes a little moment or two here for the steam-driven laptop to catch up with us. So anyway, we're going to move on for a minute here. Grant Lankert, Angie had to be at work at 7. She doesn't drive, which means I have to get up there that early too. And if I stop chatting, you'll know I fell asleep. Yeah, I understand that. The things we do for our loved ones. And thank you, Ryan Permison, as always, for sharing this broadcast. Please share this with your friends. I would appreciate it. It will make your friends happy too, I'm sure. So anyway, the nebulizer, I see it they've reached their 2,000 goal and shot past it, $716 past it. We're at 84 backers, 2 more weeks to go, but don't wait till the last minute and get yours today. I am backing this project. You should too. Anyway, thank you, Ryan Permison. Love you, man. And every time you bring up Martin Mull, all I can think about is Colonel Mustard, says the Skunk Rocker. Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of people don't know that before he went into acting full time, he was actually a painter and a musician. I saw him on the old Dick Cavett show where he was performing the 2001 polka, and it was Thus Spake Zarathustra with all of its majesty. And then it goes into a polka version of that song. Dun, 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 dun. And the thing was, his keyboard player for that album, it was off of Martin Mull and His Fabulous Furniture. And I think that's the one where Licks Off of Records was too. His keyboard player was Greg Hawkes, who later went on to join the Cars. Yeah, he did some great stuff, and he also did probably the filthiest song you'll ever hear, the Humming Song, and a song about men that I will not sing on here. Not just because I may get a copyright claim either. It's just nothing for the kids. Anyway, Grant Lankard says there ought to be a law about scheduling somebody to work early in the morning and late at night in the same week. Yeah, that was kind of me out of college. I had like 4 different part-time jobs so I could keep writing and stuff. And that was killing me after a while. And finally I settled into one job that I hated for 6 months. It was donut baking. You'd think it's fun. It's not. It takes a lot of timing, but it taught me a lot about coordinating things. So it was good. And I got to work with my mother. My mother was the head baker, and she got me the gig. And I learned one other thing. When you go to work and you're about 6 hours in and you start vomiting from nerves, that's the time to look for another job. That's what I figured. So anyway, Skunk, Martin Mull was great as Colonel Mustard in the movie Clue, but it also had Tim Curry and a great cast in it. How could it not be bad, right? How could it be bad, right? And happy Friday, Nevermorians. How are you? I am doing well. Ryan Permison, then we are doing well too, knowing you are well. And Ryan Permison says, hey, check out the latest episode of the podcast, Talking Movies. They have now just shot past the century mark. They're working towards their second 100 at 101 here, so please check it out on Anchor FM. Legend of Traveling TARDIS says, check me out like a library book, hashtag lick the spine. I'm sorry, but Sarah is ahead of you in line, young man. You'll have to wait your turn. And Scott Crocker says, Grant, there is a law like it's called Murphy's Law. Yeah, it's true. And Cookie often quotes a line to me. It's Murphy was an optimist. Okay, Ryan Permison says, in case you missed it, check out an interview with me, Brian K. Morris, and from the episode of, and I quote, last Saturday on that YouTube show there. It was a good time. I had a wonderful time being interviewed by Ryan, and of course, Gabby, the guest. Chat. So much for a 60-minute show. Anyway, I had a great time, and we are coming back, Ryan. And Ryan's going, don't be so hasty, big boy. Anyway, somebody else was having a show at the last Saturday and Sunday of this month is Pops Van Sant on Comics Talk, talking to us now from his Facebook account. Hey, yo, brother. How you doing? Hope you're doing well, and hope he gets well soon. Thank you very much, Harley. And Ryan Permison says, also, if you missed this one, check out our latest episode of Battle of the Nerds with Summer blockbuster trivia there. Check it out. You will love it. And there she is, our darling Heather Ellen. Good morning, Heather Ellen. Just popping and say happy Friday and share. Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much. You are so good to us. And we hope you are doing well. And are you doing a show on your show on Sunday that is so excellent and people crave it like me? Please check it out. Sundays at 10 p.m., Chaos Comics and Sass. And she brings all 3, our darling Heather Ellen. Heather, hope you have a great weekend too, love. Be good to yourself. You deserve it. And good morning, Nevermorians, from Rick Bradley. Rick, good to see you. Always glad to have you on the shows, and thank you for being there last night. And Ryan Permison, subscribe to the channel today for great nerdy content, and that's the Nerd Culture channel. And if you think the only culture we have is when we eat yogurt, check out Ryan. He's got you covered. And says the Skunk Crocker, that reminds me, there is a guy who is not quite part of our community, but upholds the value of the rising tide. His name is Johnny Blender, and we had him on Stupid O'Clock last night. Oh, I didn't stay up for that. Cookie came in a little frazzled from the day's heat, and I had to cater to her, which I gladly do. But anyway, I will check that out. And not everybody who does Rising Tide is part of the Rising Tide, but definitely somebody to keep in our community, Skunk. Thank you for letting me know. And Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt is the Shadow. He's over there. Over here. Hey, yo. And praying for Teresa's husband. Thank you, Kathy Jackson. Appreciate that. And please check out author Kathy Jackson on YouTube there. I got to make sure I am subscribing. And we genuinely have a very special person here. Luke's, at least to me, Luke Stone Studios from YouTube. Good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Luke. Luke, promote. Luke is, I think, didn't you just wrap up your Indiegogo for Hybrids number 7, the 7 part of the Killing Fields from Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, with a great Nicholas Anthony Tockard role-playing game system attached? See how I get all that out? Anyway, Luke, it's good to see you, man. Hope you're gonna have a great weekend. Ryan Permison says tune in live Saturday at noon for, and I quote, with special guest writer Rick Gangraw. Check it out. That's a great show. Ryan does a great job interviewing. It is slick. And if you have time, maybe shout out for Voodoo Nations on Kickstarter for 3 more days with art by the great Luke Stone. It is a sensational comic book written by Travis Gibb, but you definitely want to check it out. 3 more days. Do a search for that on Kickstarter right now. I'd understand if you left the show because it is Luke Stone. Luke turns in some great art as always. Skunk Rocker says, he was offering everyone to come on his shows and be a part of the network that he runs with, and he does internet radio, not like us, but he does StreamYard stuff. Now he's awesome. Well, he does StreamYard, so now he is awesome. So I understand it. No, I'll definitely check that out. That is very cool. Thank you for telling us, Skunk. And Nick Tucker says, we are so close to opening up. Brian, have you ever attended LaffyCon? I'm trying to plot a course into the fall for con work / attendance. Yeah, I've been to LaffyCon a couple of times. In fact, Lacey Lemke was at one of them. I think the last time they had one. I haven't heard anything about them having another one, but if they do, I'd love it, and especially love it if you would show up, Nick. That would be fantastic, dude. So, and it's really a well-organized affair. I have a great time when I'm there, and it's just a good time. But yeah, we got to get you some shows, Nick. See how far you can travel. Like I said, this weekend, I will be at the Pulp Fiction Convention at 1100 Crocker Road in Westlake, Ohio. But I'm just there hanging around and having fun. I'll be there with Charles F. Millhouse of Stormgate Press, as well as hanging out with him. He'll be babysitting me, as will Jim Beard and John C. Bruning of Flinch Books. It'll be great. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And Nick Tucker says, good morning, Luke. Glad you are doing better. And I'm going to be listening in the background. Love this show. We love you right back, Luke. We're glad to see you here, man. Always say hello. It makes my morning a little brighter. You know what I'm saying? And Will Schuyler says, if you aren't leaving your home to go to conventions this weekend, don't feel left out. There are a couple of online conventions that will be super steamy fun. Oh my God, that kind of convention? Cool. Anyway, it's only Christians paying attention again. But no, there are some virtual shows like the virtual Superman celebration that we had earlier. Check out Phoenix Sisters Cosplay on YouTube and get the skinny there for that. But yeah, I think virtual cons are going to be with us for some time. My next official show will be the Imaginarium in Louisville, Kentucky on the 9th, 10th, and the 11th. And a bunch of the Nevermorians will be there. And I will be doing some panels, not only in person, but also some virtual stuff too. Here's the danger with being a good host. Sometimes you get pulled into conventions and that takes you away from your table and selling stuff, which makes it possible for you to be at that table. I had one show where I got pulled away to do hosting duty so often I didn't make a single sale. And and the promoters promise things will be better, and I believe them, and I still would show up anyway because I love them. So anyway, but I do it gladly because it helps, and it's part of the rising tide. So anyway, Eric Hawkins says Disney has informed me they are not happy with all those Frozen-like tunes of people. That's true. Eric Hawkins. You can see the thumbprint of Walt as the thumb works his jaw. If everyone thinks I'm a shill for DC, Eric is now the virtual slave of the Disney Corporation, having run afoul of them. So be careful what you say about Disney when you're around Eric, okay? And where is the hateful thumbs down guy today? Did he forget? Who knows? And it may not be a guy, Carl. It may not be. I don't know. I keep thinking about it, but no. The minute you say that, he'll probably show up. The jerk. Anyway, it's okay. Give me a thumbs down because it means I still get the engagement and it makes me harder to find next time. So you have to work at it. Anyway, come booth. If I remember correctly, it says Scott Crocker. I don't think I want to go there. And tonight, join us for the beginning of the virtual Super Friends celebration at 5 p.m. Oh, that's right. It starts tonight, not just Friday, tomorrow and Sunday. Please check it out. Willow will be a part of that. I think John C. Pica will be a part of that. I know Clyde Hall will be hosting a writing panel with some independent writers, including my friend Robin Burks, who is terrific. And Clyde is terrific himself. He is an award-winning author for Pulp Reality #1, and I want to win an award for 2 also, so I got to start campaigning. Anyway, and I know Clyde saw it, but if you go to Charles F. Milhouse Presents, he has a link there to a review we just got of Pulp Reality #2, and we all come up pretty good in there, and including my story. So anyway, ginger ale and Kraken. Well, yeah, don't mind if I do. Yeah, just you don't need to add a whole lot, but just enough to give it kind of like a little earthy flavor. We have found that, there's some days Cookie is a little sore when she gets off work because she's basically getting in and out of cars all day long. And especially if it goes into OT, this is pretty tough on her. And we have found that this works faster and more efficiently than aspirin or ibuprofen, and it helps her sleep. There is many a night when she says she'll wait up for me and she can't. And I think part of that is fatigue. Part of that is she can't keep her eyes open because of the alcohol. But anyway, she's a lightweight. Anyway, I've had too much practice. But anyway, no, it's good. It's pretty good. Like I said, I wouldn't add as much as I would for, say, a rum and Coke because, especially Canada Dry Ginger Ale. I think they've reformulated it. It used to have a really bold flavor, but now they've got a bold Canada Dry, and it tastes just like Canada Dry used to. It's kind of like Coke and New Coke, And I can't say I'm really fond of it. Schweppes, I think still has a strong flavor. Now she cannot have, and I know Eric and Ted, I've got to get from you the proper pronunciation, but in my part of the country, we've always called it Bernors. I like to know what you keep ragging on me because I'm mispronouncing it. I'd like to find out what I'm saying wrong. So anyway, we'll find out. Anyway, but she can't have that because it's aged in pine and she has an allergy to it. Anyway, Nicholas Tucker, Carl, thumbs down, guy, gal, other is a skittish figure cowering in the shadows who spooks easily. Yeah, and if it's a guy, probably has apparatus, like a mosquito bite or something. Anyway, somebody who is majestic and wonderful is Jeffrey Hayes, my dear friend. And happy Friday, Nevermorians, jumping in just to say hello. Working on Bobby Nash's new Snow Short cover. Yes, new one is coming out. Listening or working. Cheers, Jeffrey. Mwah to you. Have a great, great weekend, my friend. And this show, as always, is brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, check out what Jeffrey Hayes can do. And Willis Schuyler says, yeah, if you were a steampunk. And Scott Crocker says, I couldn't even hear Cookie. It was like Brian was talking to his imaginary friend again. Well, you've only seen the hand, Anyway, Brian made Cookie come out of the bathroom to get his coffee. Wow. No, she just recognizes the need. You know what I'm saying? It's like if, like, say, Carly were to say, Carl, someone left a grenade in the front room and they pulled the pin. Could you go take care of that for me? You do it. And CromCon 15 is June 26th and 27th, and it's going to be a great show with Pops Van Zandt. Yes, it is, because it's always a great show with Pops Van Zandt. Check it out. If you want to find out what the creative community is doing, check out CromCon a couple weekends from now. It's going to be good. Now, Rick Bradley asks, are you needing something to read on the porch during the rainy season? Well, then go go out and check out his Amazon author page at that address there. Look up Rick Bradley and grab copies of The Nightmare Collective, Marvin's Night Out, Tales of the Weird and Strange, and the award-winning Pulp Reality #1 and #2. Yes, #2 is out as well. You'll love it. And the jokes just keep on coming. This is Harley Slavic, by the way. Facebook is being strange. Facebook is. Facebook has not been playing very well with StreamYard the last few months. In fact, I've had to give up broadcasting on my profile page. I mean, the broadcast would show up, but I wasn't getting the comments. And I was getting some people rather torqued at me. So I basically said, okay, I'm not doing it on my I'm just doing it on my business pages now. And people are following me, and we're really grateful. Thank you very much. In fact, our numbers have gone up on many of our broadcasts because of it. So anyway, Michaela Jade says, I have sweat in places it should never be. # why do I live here? It's usually not very much different in Indiana. What we need to do is get you out of where you're at professionally. Oh, the hand has shown up, my imaginary friend, who's very, very real and brings me real coffee, and I love you, honey. Thank you, dear. I think Skunk thinks you don't exist. Do you exist, honey? There you have it. You have the thumb of truth there. Thank you, sweetheart. Mwah. I have coffee and I got to look at Cookie. Yay. Holy crap, that's hot. Anyway, and Skunk says, I'm still bummed that they took down the water tower. Skunk, would you like some insider information? The tower was rescued. Now, it's not erect. Shut up, Christian. But the Superman facing on the outside is now in the Superman Museum. Okay? So it survived. The best part of it survived. All right. So anyway, I hope that brightens your morning just a little, Skunk. And I hope you have a good day, man. I hope you have an early day off. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman celebration. Yes, it's a good time, too. And I got to give a shout out to Morgan Hambrick and everybody at the Superman Museum, which is, as I've said for a couple of decades now, is the best $5 you can spend in the state of Illinois. It is just the tip of the iceberg that is Jim Hambrick's collection, which is majestic, and you will see stuff you won't see anywhere else. So please check it out. And when we do have the celebration, I hope you'll come down there. I hope all of you will come down, because I will be there. Kelly Gutner will be there. John B. Pikel will be there. All kinds of cool people. So tell your husband that I hope he's feeling better, Teresa. Yes, Teresa, we all hope Albert gets to feeling better and fast. Harley Slavic says you need to go to harleyslavic.com. Definitely. And Harley says, congratulations on your success, everyone. Well, Harley, I'm glad to see you're still in business yourself. Seriously, I'm glad that we seem to be doing well. Anyway, Willow Schuyler says, if you are a steampunk fan, join the Society for the Ethical Treatment of Kraken tomorrow for their online Tea and Bazaar. Great panels on the history of steampunk gun modeling, free concert, and even a performance from Phantasmagoria. Oh my God. I love Phantasmagoria. That is a great, great, great show. I should ask them if they'll be on Clever Title Penny. It is a beautiful performance troupe that does a lot of steampunk stuff and dance and readings, and they are amazing. They do one, like every couple Sundays a month. They're really fantastic. Oh, good, strong, and hot. That's the way I like them. Shut up, Christian. Anyway, but no, the ethical treatment of Kraken. I don't know. Carl and Carly and Amy and I are pretty rough on Kraken, if you know what I mean. We go through a bottle a week. Anyway, and I'm not talking about the little ones either. But yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna write that down. That sounds cool. Is that on Facebook, or is that a website or YouTube? Let's see. Let's all write it down now. The Society for the Ethical Treatment of Kraken. Available at a liquor store near you. Anyway, thank you, Willow. Thank you. See, I learned stuff here too. And Grant Lankert says, haha, I love the Vin Diesel Bloodshot movie. The special effects are maybe slightly cheap looking, but damn, it's awesome. Seriously, I think the effects were as good as you'll see for that kind of budget. I don't think it was a really huge budget on that one. But Vin was perfect, and I genuinely enjoy the comic book. For those of you who don't know, Bloodshot is about a man, um, and he has many people. He's part of a government project where they injected him with nanites, so he becomes super strong, super tough, can control electronics with his mind, can disguise himself. He even has a healing factor. But the problem is he has a slew of fake memories because this government organization was kind of renting him out for doing wet works for the government. And to motivate him, they gave him different identities. Uh, and one day he wakes up and finds out he's a multitude of people, and he ain't taking it no more. It's been a great comic. It started in the 90s from the original Valiant company, and has continued on. And right now the series is in hiatus for a year or so, but definitely check it when it comes back. You'll hear about it because I'll be whooping and hollering. And it's kind of like the Lego movie, and it builds up a cliche and then subverts the cliche. Love that movie. Too bad it'll never get a sequel. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, it was released during the first part of the lockdown in 2020. Now they have other properties I'd love to see. I'd love to see. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. Harbinger, and it's about a super team of mutates, kind of mutants, I guess you'd call them. But there is one member of the group who can unlock the Harbinger powers in them. But that would be a great movie, I think, especially if they do one on Faith. Faith is a wonderful character. She flies. I think she calls herself Zephyr, but her real name is Faith, and she's she's a full-figured woman, shaped realistically, and she's nerdy as hell. She is the kind of gal that that a lot of older people wish we knew in high school. She's fun, she's intelligent, she's courageous, and she's just cool, and she cosplays. She's amazing. So if you haven't read Faith, you really need to. Anyway, it's good stuff. And let's see, we just got the comment dump there, and we know we're way behind, but that's because you guys. And Cindy Kemp is here. Cindy, we love you. We love you so much. And she's got some promotion for us. We'll get there fast. You are kind of scary when you say strategies I can use. I'm scary anyway. And yes, I want a copy of your Bloodshot book. Take care of yourself, Harley. Have a great weekend, my friend. Continued success, sir. And we're gonna do something with it. And I wonder if StreamYard recognizes me yet at fullmooninspirations.com. There is a link in the description above if you're watching on Facebook, where you can just log in, like the page. Facebook makes some people renew that every now and then. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. But I'm glad I know who you are. And 5 weeks in, I know the results will be worth it, but I am starving. Yes, John B. Pica has made an amazing transformation. And it's never easy, John. I do know that. I went through my own back when I was 30. It almost killed me, but I didn't do it right. But anyway, you are looking better, sir, and you will look so good when you do your Harley Quinn cosplay. And Brian Rodman will be doing his slave girl Leia, but he's not going to shave the beard. In fact, he may not shave anywhere. We hope. Anyway, Nick Tucker says, starting on Wednesday night around 8, I will be starting a virtual RPG playthrough on the RV Presents channel, Red Valkyrie. So that should be fun. Oh, that would be great. Let's see, Wednesday night at 8? I'm not broadcasting. Let me know, Nick. I'd love to watch this. Please promote on my page if you would. Rick Riley says, I'll have to go hang out at Superman Days for sure this year. My daughter's birthday is normally around the same time, so I was afraid I wouldn't get to go this year. Yeah, it will be delayed. It will be hotter than hell, but it'll be a good time. Yeah, bring her along, please. There's a whole bunch of us that make the pilgrimage. Kathy Jackson, Amy Hale. I think they may be set up this year. I'm not sure. Just a whole bunch of really cool people, and I know where all the good places are to eat. So anyway, Grant Lankard says, I'm working on the follow-up to Beowulf, and I'm starting to get that excited feeling in my stomach that says it may be something great. And for those who didn't watch Clever Title Pending this week, Brian and I are working on an anthology together with some other super talented people, and more details as we get closer to that release date. Yeah, we can start teasing that now. I've written a horror story for them. It's a horror anthology, and mine is kind of a loving salute to the comics and movies of the 50s. So and we bring back a public domain character that some of you have heard of but probably never read, and I have read them. Anyway, Fauci's emails were enlightening too. Yeah, they were. Because we've learned more about the disease since then, Pops. Anyway, the skunk cracker, dang it. I was so busy stuffing my face. I missed my turn. In all fairness, it was a delicious burger. Then everyone understands, Skunk. You got to have priorities, brother. And Carlene says, actually, I think Michaela's morning motivation could work for whatever career you want to follow, not just we creatives. Yeah, that is, I fully agree with that. Even if you're working for somebody else and you want to get up in the organization. I mean, I actually have been turned down for jobs because I left a management position at one point, and I was just going around and I wanted to start a career from the bottom. And I had a good shot at a publisher in the Champaign area. And he's like, well, would you want to be a supervisor? I said, not right away, of course. But they were like, oh, really? Oh, that's a shame. I'm like, I don't know how you do things around here. I feel I need to learn from the bottom up, not from the top down, because I don't want to have my employees smarter than me. I want to be on the same level and then maybe find my own level. And I didn't get the job for that. And they told me, said, well, because you don't want to be, we've got some manager positions and we want to fill those. And I'm like, I don't think I'm your guy then. So that's okay. And Cindy Cap, happy Friday. Happy FRI-YAY to you. Mwah, darling. Glad to see you here as always. And again, congratulations on Animal Eye #1. Looking forward to the Kickstarter for Animal Eye 2. And cooler than a slushie, that's me. Yeah, that's right. And hot, if you know what I mean. Anyway, check me out on Smashwords and on Amazon. We've got all kinds of good stuff. And can I review my own book? Sure, why not? Let's all review. That'll be the week we all review Eric's book. We have 1 rave review and 3 tossing it across the rooms. Anyway, have you seen my stuff? Ask Cindy Keppel. There's more from Amanda Tockert because she's awesome. And Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, too. Check out his work on Amazon. Nick and Amanda are a great husband-wife pairing there. Just as Cindy Kepp is great at CKOEPP.com, where you can check out her books. Check out her latest Animal Eye novel, also on Amazon. And don't miss this on ArtStation. Check out Roll Cruz, her artist on Animal Eye, who is perfect. You read comics and you think, I can't think of anybody who'd do a better job on this. Just like Luke Stone on Voodoo Nation's currently funding on Kickstarter. Definitely check that out, and definitely check out Royal Cruise. It's amazing. And so is Rick Bradley, who says break time is over, stalker mode engaged. Very cool. Glad to have you here, Rick. Hope your weekend goes well, buddy. And join the Far Out and Groovy Kids by clicking on Stardart76's Bill Sarn on Facebook for better days from yesteryear. My snazzy jazzy sketches and other great goodies. It's all right, uptight, and clean out of sight. Thank you, Stevie. So hit the follow button at the Artwork of Bill Sarn, where everything old is new again. And check him out on Saturday mornings. He also does some good stuff then, too. And Cindy does good stuff all the time. Go to QuadCityCon.com. Her next QuadCon adventure will be in Fort Dodge and QuadCon Waterloo, the comic and toy show. I've really got to check into those. Anyway, check out Cindy when she goes there, because she not only has some great books, she also makes these little critters too that are adorable. And I suppose if you asked her and sent her a little bit of funding, she would make a me for you. Would you think she would? I think she would too. You're pretty smart. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anyway, and he's saying, get your hand out of there. Anyway, really, that's the filthiest song. Monty Python wrote some pretty filthy songs, man. Yeah, but the thing is, Martin Mull's makes me fill in the blanks. So there's your, the only line that doesn't have innuendo is, no, actually it does too. Last night I took you home and we began. Anyway, it's pretty nasty. At least in my head it is. And Scott Crocker, I think the only one that I could give the title is You Can't Play This Song on the Radio. Oh, that's true. I'd forgotten about that one. The rest of them, even the titles are too filthy to mention. That's true. But Cindy Cap says, but before that, the Indie Author Book Expo will be in West Des Moines on July 11th. I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky, but Cindy will be taking up the mantle with Jen Thompson in West Des Moines, and that's going to be a great show. I attended it a couple of years ago. It's where I met Cindy. and Teresa Dunn and I went to that one. That was a really good time, and I really want to get back. I really do want to return. Scheduling did not work this year. I may have to alternate between West Des Moines and Louisville for the foreseeable future. But I crave to return. And for an unlimited time only, check out John B. Pica, his brand new book, Nightreich, from Seventh Star Press, available on Amazon. And have you seen Who Is Here? Check out that YouTube channel. I bet it's for The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Please give them a subscribe so they can get to monetization, all right? And only the finest materials will be used in the production of Amy Hale's books, and not one single animal was harmed in the construction of Amy Hale's amazing books. Check out Neuroses, brand new on Amazon. And do not miss this, Michaela Jade, also on Amazon, having her Warriors trilogy in your library is of utmost importance. Also check out her broadcasting, her morning motivations. And it won't be on tonight, but the Tidbits and Scribbles on Friday nights at 7 on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Scott Cracker says, I just dropped off an envelope. One of my stops to a woman whose last name is Delay. I wonder if she's ever late for anything. I would think with a name like that, she's probably early for everything, just to keep the jokes to a minimum. And Teresa Dunn it is pure poetry. Check out Poetry Expressions 1 and 2 on Amazon because she's awesome. And all the cool kids will be at CromCon. Yes, they will. I won't be. I may pop in. I told Pops I would pop in. But yeah, check out CromCon the last Saturday and Sunday of the 26th and 27th, I believe. And it's going to be a good show. It always is. See your fellow creatives in action and pick their brains. And tonight, the Historical Fencing Guild at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time with the lovely and charming Nicholas Anthony Tockert. Always a great, great time. And nerds just want to have cultural fun. Check out that YouTube channel there. That is Nerd Culture Channel right there with Ryan Permison. Always doing good stuff. And a small press publisher has a desk. That's our buddy, Joe D. McPhee. Joe, where are you? We didn't see you last night. And we don't see you this morning. Say hello if you would. Let us know you're okay, brother. Anyway, Joe D. McPhee was also on Comic Book Spectrum last week, and he will be returning, whether he knows it or not. Anyway, Bill Sarton says, join grumpy Uncle Carl Witzman and Aunt Donna Carlene in the green room tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. Everything said in the green room stays in the Witzman file at the FBI and CIA. If you can't stay for the whole show, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. It's true. It is true. A little piece of your soul remains behind. Fortunately, I have none anymore. It's a wonder I can still listen to Motown records. Anyway, please check it out. And just FYI, says the Skunk Rocker, YouTube, for some stupid reason, ate that comment where I gave out the guy's channel information, so I didn't post a link or anything. It's just YouTube being a garbage website. Yeah, but better than Facebook. Skunk, tell you what, everyone do a search for the channels that Skunk has been mentioning, all right? And Dastardly Dingoes, and no dingoes were harmed during the execution of the podcast. However, the emotions of the people on it are another matter. Anyway, check out the Dastardly Dingoes. Great, great podcast. Fun to listen to, fun to be on. And honestly, says Skunk Rocker, I really wish they never sold YouTube to Google and just ran it the way they used to, because it used to be a great site, and now it's garbage. I don't know. In a lot of ways, I'd agree with you, Skunk. I think they could police it a lot better if they actually weren't more concerned with profits than being an ethical corporation. Jake Paul would have been out years ago. He's a waste of DNA. And there's several other YouTubes in the news, and there's people like was it Onision, and then there's another one just very recently. He was having parties with his friends and almost killed one of them in the process. Plus these YouTubers that are grooming people. There's been some really good articles online lately about some of the YouTube stars and the people that hang around with them. And to find out how self-obsessed a lot of these guys are and gals that are YouTube influencers, it makes me want to get to a certain level just so this show pays for itself and then some. Would be nice, buy myself a hamburger or something once a month, get a pizza. But But otherwise, I want to plow everything back into the show and make it nicer. And, even possibly if the largest word in the English language, if it were, I'd love to find a way to share it with people on my network. So, of course, if I get that big, I'm hopefully the effect would be they would rise up with me too. So, which is what I'm trying to work on. That's why we have the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, of which Stupid O'Clock is a proud part of, and we're proud to have Stupid O'Clock and the Skunk Rocker and Dan and John and Joe Dog and Heather in our folds. So, and anyway, please check that out tomorrow night at 11 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's right, says Ted Davies Artistry on TED Talks. The Dastardly Dingoes are so good they had to be recorded. Because you don't know what they'll say, and you don't know what we'll say when you have them on. Anyway, Skunk Rocker, but I suppose we wouldn't have live streaming, so take the good, bad, take them together, and there you have the facts of life. There you go. And also, the thing is, these platforms are what we make of them. So if you want to have like an echo chamber like Perler, for instance, which is what it sounds like, I won't go there. But anyway, we're having some good response from Twitch right now, and we appreciate everyone that's listening to us now on Twitch. Thank you very much. It is gratefully accepted. We hope you'll tell all of your friends about us. And Cindy Cap says, are you feeling wheezy? Get an AI nebulizer suit. And you can do that by supporting the project on Kickstarter right now. The nebulizer #1. It's at $27.16 with 84 backers. Please support that and support Beowulf issue 2. And also the Hotshot collection has a few days to run, I believe. I've got to 12 days to go on that. That is a great project. Michael Watson has got that. That's his second comic project. I'm excited about that. I want to back that too. I want back a lot more than I can. Anyway, Grant Lackard says, the thumbs downer may not be a guy. Do you know something we don't? It may be a jealous ex-lover. No. Most of them are glad I left. Anyway, and I'm not saying it was their fault. No, I have a number of suspects who it is. And it's people who are no longer a major part of my life. I will say that. I don't think I've gotten anyone random. And it's a strictly bruised ego that I have managed to move on without them. And they're kind of stuck where they are. So, and the thing is, the rising tide flows both ways. And sometimes people that use it for, I don't want to say improper reasons, but for selfish reasons, seems to get it in the butt. As well they should. Anyway, Sarnard 76, great vintage cartooniness. Don't miss it. Yes, Cindy Kep is right. Listen to her, people. Listen. She knows what she's saying. And also CKOEPP.com. Please sign up for her free monthly newsletter. It's awesome. And Carleen says, there's your version of a little bit of Kraken, and there's my version of a little bit of Kraken. Well, generally, yours and mine match up pretty well. For ginger ale, especially Canada Dry, it's a little weaker now. I want to taste some of the ginger ale. But it's like instead of putting like half a glass of Kraken in before the ice, I have to put in like a third. So anyway, it's a difference. Yeah. Usually yours and mine are identical. It's like Kraken should come up 2 inches above the rim, right, of the glass. And don't listen, Carly. You're fine. Yeah, I agree. Don't listen to me at all. And watch Nevermind the Furthermore. Brian is pleading self-defense. It's on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings from 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, until Cookie puts Dramamine in Brian's coffee, which is kind of self-defeating. But anyway, the best thing that happened, the best part of waking up is this in your cup, which, by the way, if you want a Rising Tide Publications page cup of your own, it comes in 4 different lovely colors, and the white one looks really nice. It really does. You don't get that little box around it, but please check it out. We have a link in our merch area on Teespring. And they're handsome little cups. They're adorable. I gotta get Eric Hawkins his. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, Eric. Please keep reminding me. But I'm so screwed up these days. But anyway, please check it out. And the link, like I said, is above the video if you're watching on Facebook, and it's in the description if you're watching on YouTube. And you asked, how to pronounce kombucha. It's been so long since I've heard it, I don't remember how it's pronounced, and it's not one of those things I would make a part of my vocabulary regularly anyway. Ginger ale, is that whatever drink Willow is sipping? Channeling Cindy Kep. Yeah, could be. It could be. Yeah, I'll tell you it's whiskey when it's actually watered down sweet tea, so. But this is pure coffee, believe me. And Cindy Kep, oh darn it, she's out of break all too soon. Sorry, sweetheart. That was early, too. Bring Cookie home. Don't forget to tip your host and sign up for the Rising Tide newsletter. Thank you. You can do that at risingtide.pub, where it has a link to all of my works. And also, the link to the newsletter is towards the top of the page. It's easy to find. Anyway, check out Cindy's Patreon for the web serial Proxygen Press Freelance Words. Have a great FRI-YAY. Catch up to you soon. Cindy, have a super FRI-YAY and have an even more excellent weekend. We love you. We appreciate everything you do, Cindy. You are the best, and congratulations again. And Scott Clarker says, I gave you the pronouncement like phonetically, and you don't even do it right. Cookie, get this man some more coffee. He's not awake yet. Okay, kombucha. Okay, kombucha. Thank you. I've heard it pronounced with a K, though, with a at the end, like a kombucha or so. Anyway, maybe they're not saying it right, and they've confused me, and I'm so vulnerable. And Joe Dog McKeel's here. Sorry I'm late. Mr. Sandman gave me an extra dose last night. Well, I hear there's shots for that. And does Christian like being called Mr. Sandman? I never knew that. Anyway, Joe Dog McKeel, host of Stupid O'Clock with Dan John, Skunk Rocker, Heather, and occasionally Nick. And I'm sorry I couldn't stay up for it last night. I had to cater to my honey. But anyway, that's pretty awesome about the water tower and the Superman artwork. I thought that would make you happy, Skunk. It made me happy when I found out, because that thing's been down for about 10 years. And it was kind of funny that, of course, Jim Hambrick wanted it because it's Superman, and he is like the premier Superman collector of North America, if not the world. And he just kind of, it was fortuitously delivered to him. So they've actually expanded the museum a little. They've cleaned up and cleaned out one of the back rooms, so it's a little bit nicer on the first floor and a little bit expanded. And my understanding is that's where the artwork from the water tower is. But yeah, and it was a beautiful tower, and really there was a genuine effort to save the thing. But I think this was maybe around the time that the casino became landlocked, and they had I think it's something like $12 million or something to redo the water system in that area. To bring it up to current standards and to allow for the added tapping on the water system that the casino would need. Because it's a hotel and a casino, it's going to use a lot of water. But water towers are generally, it used to be that they had water towers for fire suppression. Now it's mostly to maintain pressure. In a certain area, like in a cul-de-sac or a highly elevated part of town. Yes, I used to work in the water industry, so I know this stuff. But yeah, it got saved, Skunk, and I hope that helps make your day, my friend. And good morning, everyone, from Cameron, Christopher Payne. Cameron, good to see you, sir. Hope you are having a great FRI-YAY so far, and it's going to get better from here. And don't forget, says Michaela Jade, if you like reading and want the latest and greatest from me, join her reader group on Facebook. It's Michaela Jade's Outlaws, and it's a good group. I love the way she works that group. I love it when you work it, Michaela. Anyway, let's catch up with your comments now. And Skunk Rocker says there's a bit of Shut Up Christian today. Yep. And the Lego movie got a sequel, though. There we go. And now I'm confused, Grant. What are you talking about? And Grant Lanker said, I mean, Bloodshot will never get a sequel. Oh, yeah. Okay. Skunk Rocker's back up to speed again. Well, actually, I had started the sequel to Bloodshot, The Coldest Warrior, when it was announced that Kindle Worlds would be going away. And that's a shame because I had a really decent story for it, but it may get reused. You never know. Anyway, Harbinger is like if X-Men were grounded in reality. Yeah, and it's got a little bit of corporate intrigue in it with Toyo Harada and all. The Valiant universe is really quite interesting. It really is. It's kind of reminds me of the early Marvel universe where everything is cohesive and holds up. And good morning to you, Facebook user. Glad you're here. Hope you're having a great morning. And they drive around in a beat up van instead of the fighter jet. Yeah, and it's a little more of this than the old X-Men. It's some of the members just genuinely don't seem to like each other, and some people are not exactly in it to win it. You know, they're not in it to save the world. They're in for strictly selfish reasons, and there's a lot of good conflict in there. New rule at HaloCon this year: you are not allowed to do anything that starts with the words, "Hey, y'all, watch this," says Joe Dog McGee. That's probably a good. Yeah, when you hear "hold my beer," you're out. Anyway, Philip Thompson says, "Hey Brian, scan 6 chapters of my book, and there will be will be a cartoonist and artist. So keep up the good work, my friend." And Carleen says, "Well, damn, Joe Dog McKeel, what does that leave for you to do?" Good point. Scott Crocker says that rule goes for you too, right? Because usually you're the one saying it. Yeah. Joe Dog is like telling me stuff. I think he's testing me. I'm going to be a guest at HaloCon, but I think he's testing me to see how much I'll, what it takes to break me and make me run away. And it hasn't happened yet. And good morning, Christian Illusionist, Jake Lindsay. And what was the Titanic afraid of? Excuse me. What was the Titanic afraid of? Why was the it was icebergless. That's good. I like it. And not every time, geese. Anyway. Oh, there is Brian's imaginary friend. It's Fez Dragon. Yes, there we go. And Joe Dog, get back to me on HaloCon when you get a chance. Yeah, definitely. It's a good, go to holocon.com. I still got to call and get my room. Damn it. I'll do that today. But anyway, I am a guest there. But it's going to be a good time, Grant, and you don't have to worry about buying food while you're there, okay? Amy Hill, our next Creative as Hail will be June 24th with the amazing Eric Asher. OMG, I may cancel my show just to watch this. That is great. Eric Asher is a super, super talented guy, great steampunk author. And Amy and I are like, when he does something, we follow it. He has built quite a career and done it right. So I'm nowhere near his level, but still, he's a great guy. And one of the many reasons I've missed PenCon not happening the last couple of years is I always get a chance to see Eric there. I used to see him all the time at Toy Man, but he kind of elevated himself out of there. So anyway, Amy, that's good to know. Please remind me of that June 24th. I'm going to write that right down. June 24th. Creative as Hail, Eric Asher. Let's pimp that out. What do you say? Let's promote that show. I think that's worth promoting. Anyway, thank you for that. And poor John B. Pike has got to run. Have a great day, John. You have a great day. Back of the cereal box Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Also check him out on the virtual Superman celebration this weekend. He'll be there along Clyde Hall, Kelly Gutner, and a whole bunch of really cool people. Check him out. And thanks for the promo, Bill. Definitely. And Eric Hawkins, Verners just say Verners, and no one will mock you. Oh, okay. It's Verners, like the Germanic. Okay, thank you, Verners. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's how we pronounce it, Verners. Oh, it says Vernors. Okay, Verners. Okay, thank you, Eric. It's about time somebody explain this stuff. Nobody tells me. Anyway, Willa Schuyler says, I looked up on YouTube how to reform felt hats. Honestly, I'm tempted to hone the skills of a haberdasher. I'd be in heaven working at a haberdashery hat store. Yeah, I love hats too. I've got a Stetson that I got in John Wayne's hometown in Iowa, Winterset, Iowa. And also I've got a really nice formal hat that I've had for quite some time. Yeah, I love hats too. Especially when you have a hairdo like mine, you like hats, especially if you go out in the sun like I did Sunday on a business meeting and I forgot to wear a hat. So yeah, I would love that too. I think I'd like that more than even regular clothing store. Now, a comic shop would be dangerous, or a bookstore for me. And Joe Dog McKeel says, we went to Twitch last night, picked up a few new viewers. Oh, good for you, man. That's great news. And let's see, is our Twitch? And yes, we have 3 people on Twitch, and everyone on Twitch, thank you very much. Say hello if you would. We're glad to have you. Well, there's one right there, Ted Davies Artistry. Ted's on Twitch. Come join Ted's tribe on the Twitch side. We can all Twitch with Ted. There's his new show. And Skunk Rocker says, hey, nobody says a jealous ex-lover of you. After all, you are keeping Cookie from the rest of us. And you should be thanking me, Joe Dog. She's vicious. She killed a man in Reno just to watch him die. You know what I'm saying? And the Skunk Rocker, he is not keeping Cookie from us. Cookie is saving us from the wrath of being hungry, and with all that, don't die, feed Cookie. Thank you, Joe Dog. You're right, and you hit the mark. And my mind is like lightning. Let's see, my mind is like lightning. One brain flash, and then it's gone. Oh, that's me. If AD&D, if ADD was the force, then the force would be strong with this one. And Bill Sarn says, great shoe as always, Brian, but I please stop trying to sell me those platform disco shoes with the goldfish swimming in the heel. Damn it, if they're good enough for Keenan Ivory Wayans, they're good enough for you. Everyone have a great weekend and do good deeds freely. Vaya con Dios amigos. Hey, Bill, probably see you in the green room tonight. Have a great Friday, my friend. You are awesome. And check out Sarn Art 76 on the artwork of Bill Sarn on Facebook. It's worth your time. And yeah, I'd like to send Brian home early. He can get his weekend started right. I'm here, man. I'm already starting my weekend right. And there he is. Hey, Brian, I almost forgot it was Friday. From the desk of a small press publisher. You didn't show up. I didn't see you last night on Comic Book Spectrum, and I didn't see you this morning. We were worried about you. Joe D. McPhee, please sign up from the desk of a small press publisher. Please take a moment right now even and sign up for his YouTube channel. You see the title of it there, From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. Please, let's get him to at least 100 people. He deserves it so much. Anyway, Joe, it's good to see you. And check out Comic Book Spectrum week before last. He was a superb panelist. And yes, he will be back. And the Scott Parker says, so I'll say it. Don't die, feed Cookie. And say it with me now. Kombucha. Kombucha. Oh, kombucha. That's more like it. Kombucha. It's like I'm inviting you to bucha with me. Anyway, kombucha. Have a great day. I love you too, Skunk. You make my day. You really do. You're terrific. And from the desk of a small press publisher, what did I miss since it's been 30 minutes since time to feed Cookie? Not a lot. It's just me doing what I do every other day. You know what I'm saying? But we've been promoting stuff. And as long as we're late and we like to promote stuff, I want to promote one of my favorite people and one of my favorite channels on YouTube.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. And I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
All right, definitely check out From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. Great interviews every Saturday night at 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central Time. He's awesome. So anyway, check him out. And today is Hump Day. Woohoo! Happy Wednesday. What I've got to do? Yeah, tune in tomorrow night to Comic Book Spectrum. I thought it was something else. Thanks, Christian Elizabeth, Jake Lindsay. And Shad129 from Twitch says, you look like a poopy head. Well, we bear no resemblance to one another at all. So anyway, thanks for being here and appreciate your input. Anyway, so put it in there. Anyway, but the Skycracker says, Jake, don't make me roll my eyes that hard. I'm driving. To Dave's Artistry from a good viewer of Twitch says, thank you. Have a great day, you amazing person. Ted, quit looking at the mirror, brother. And I'm glad to see Chrissy has named that you live for smoking inside the house. Anyway, even if it's in the doorway. Anyway, please check out yesterday's Carl and Ted's, Ted and Carl's, whatever you want, however order you want to put it, their cigar show yesterday. It was fun and informative with special guest Donna Carly Carleen. It was a good time. I learned a lot yesterday, actually. I answered a couple questions I've had for quite some time about cigar stuff. Anyway, please check it out. And Carl Witzman, good show. See some of you on Drinking with the Davies. Definitely gonna check that out tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central on the Rising Tide Broadcasting Network. Check it out at Ted Davies Artistry, especially on YouTube because the picture's better there. And Skunk, why are you texting and driving? He's got an app for that. I use the voice activated feature for speech to text, so technically I'm not texting and driving. I'm talking into a cell phone that is mounted on my dash. Anyway, I'm not going to hold up the show any longer. Bye, Brian. Bye, everybody. Skunk. Drive safely. My love is with you. And have a great day. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night on not Clever Title Pinning. Now Jake's really messed me up. Hope to see you tomorrow on Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. Right after From the Desk of the Small Press Publisher. And Ted Davies Artistry from YouTube says, thank you, Brian, for all you do. Same with you, my man. Same with you. Everyone here, have a great weekend and be safe. See you tonight at 6 p.m. on Drinking with the Davies with the Mystery Mixology. Please check it out. Love you, Ted. Have a great day and good promo, Joe. Yeah, Joe put that together himself. I notice how a lot of us are using Ben's sound from the YouTube studio. Ben's sound is the theme to Comic Book Spectrum. I was looking for something kind of tough and driving, and I happened across that, and I've got a whole library of their stuff that I listen to just for fun. And yeah, Joe did a really great job, just as he does every week from the Desk of the Small Press Publisher. Please check that show out. It is really terrific. And remember, kids, don't text and drive. Much love. Much love to you too, Jake Lindsay. Christian Illusionist, Shake Lindsay. Hope you have a great weekend, my friend. And Joe Dog McKeel says, see you all at the green room. Until next time, Joe Dog, have a great rest of your day, my friend. And with that, we are now caught up. Hope you all have a fantastic FRI-YAY. And make it a FRI-YAY for someone else too, and there are people right now who are having a difficult time of it. And it reminds us how blessed some of us are right now. So please send some love to Teresa Dunn. Her husband, Albert, is having some health issues. And also please keep Ron Franz in your thoughts too. All right. He's having a challenge or two himself right now. So anyway, please take care of yourselves. I need all of you here, and tell your friends about us. And it's thanks, Skunk. And anyway, please tell your friends about us, and please leave a reaction. Thank you, Terry McIver, for the caring there. Thank you to TyroneTonyReedJr.com for the love, along with Cindy Cap, Heather Ellen, Ryan Permison, Rick Bradley, Clyde Hall, Kathy Jackson, Bill Sarton, and three more that StreamYard won't tell me who it is. And also Joe Dog McKeel liked this show, so did Cameron Christopher Payne. Andy Bovey, good to see you. William Pace, glad to see you too, my friend. Jeffrey Hayes, Harley Slavic, and Pops Van Zandt. Thanks for the likes, the loves, and the reaction. So please, folks, while you're if you have a chance right now, whatever platform you're watching on, give this video a like or a thumbs up, depending on where you are. And please share it with your friends so that other people can get involved in this too. Also, please, if you're watching us on Facebook, please give the page you're watching on a like if you haven't already. If you're on Kathy Jackson's books or the Rising Tide Broadcast Network or the Rising Tide Publications page, give it a like as a thank you to the hosts. All right, and let them know you appreciate them sharing the space with us. And as far as YouTube, please give us a thumbs up, and also please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you'll be notified of any future appearances we have. And whether you're watching live or on Memorex, we appreciate your being here and your support of this ongoing project. And Willow Skyler says, chat with you folks later. Go out and enjoy the day. You too, darling. Mwah. And check out Willow's Pillow Talk. Always a good time on the pillow with Willow. So check out that great conversation show with that lovely lady. She does so much for this community. So do a lot of you. In fact, most of you who are on here today do a lot to help others. And that makes me happy. And we hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Like I said, I'm going to be at a show this weekend for fun. Who thought? Anyway, we're going to be at the Pulp Fiction convention at the Doubletree by Hilton, Cleveland Westlake in Westlake, Ohio. That's at 1100 Crocker Road. There is a page for it on Facebook, so you can. It's from 10 to 5. Admission is $5, and it's going to be cheap at twice the price. And I know Charles F. Millhouse will be there, Jim Beard and John C. Bruning. If you're fans of Clever Tile Pending, you'll have seen them. They're awesome. And please come check them out. It's going to be a good time. I'll be showing up sometime in the afternoon, and we're all going to have a good time while we're there. There is no alternative to having fun. Anyway, later all, Carly, see you tonight in the green room. Hope you have a great day. You and Carl both. Anyway, it is that time when we've Oh, we just had a blip there, and we have a compromised signal, so I think I'm going to have to wrap this up. And, Carl, it was nothing but film and Adobe Premiere. Interesting. Very cool. Well, it was very well done, my friend. Okay, we're back. We had a little bit of a blip there. But, yeah, from the Desk of Small Press Publisher, Carl is nothing but film and Adobe Premiere. And comment, dump, engage. That's enough out of you, Christian Jake. Anyway, no comment dumps now. We got to feed Cookie. Have mercy on that poor girl. She's starving to death in here. But anyway, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. And we hope you have a great, great weekend. And we hope you get to celebrate with somebody. And give somebody a hug. Don't even tell them why. Unless you don't, unless it's really creepy or something, then don't do it. But anyway, hope you all have a great, great weekend. And we've got some stuff coming up. We've got some, we're going to run some extra spots the rest of the show. Please check out these wonderful people. We want to thank again, Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this show. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. If you want the best in graphics, not just for your publication, but also for promotion and really incredible book trailers, check out what Jeffrey can do for you. Check him out on Facebook and on plasmafiregraphics.com. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Also, there are advertising opportunities available on the show. Contact me directly for information. It's inexpensive, at least right now, because we may have to raise our prices soon. We are gaining more people. We also want to thank the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We are a group of like-minded broadcasters who uphold the idea of the rising tide, that we look out for others and we get looked out for in return. Work unselfishly and reap the rewards. Anyway, these are wonderful shows, high-quality shows, really kind of fun, too. We've got your entertainment and your information assembled in one network here. Please subscribe to our Rising Tide Broadcast Network page on Facebook, and also check out these wonderful shows. Please subscribe to all of the YouTube channels that are available, and do not forget that tonight at 6 p.m. we'll be drinking with the Davies with the mystery mixology that only Christine and Ted Davies can do so very well. And then Michaela Jade is taking the evening off for Tidbits and Scribbles. But Nicholas Anthony Tockard will be picking up the slack at 8 p.m. Eastern with the Historical Fencing Guild. Always an entertaining, fun show. And see how long it takes for his background to attack him. It's vicious. It will slay him one day, and only Nick can save us. Anyway, please check it out. And also tomorrow night will be Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central. And before that will be from the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. Our good friend Joe D. McPhee will be broadcasting and having a great interview with another creative person. That will be at 10 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Central. Check them out. Also back at the Cereal Box at 9 o'clock Eastern. John B. Pica always has a great fun show to start off your weekend. And Sunday night should be Chaos Comics and Sass with the lovely and delightful Heather Ellen, where you can promote your work there and meet up with other creatives and do a little bit of networking. It's always a good time with Heather. All right, and then we'll be back Monday with at 10 a.m. with another Nevermind the Furthermore. But also we want to thank our friends, our patrons at patreon.com. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly, but it's not like it's a money dump. It is stuff you will get advanced looks at things. You will also get stuff that other people won't see from us. And right now I'm serializing my upcoming book, The Terrors, on there. It's a superhero adventure set in World War II that I think you'll dig. A lot of people are liking it so far, I'm glad to say. So please check it out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. While you're checking out stuff, go to Amazon and check out my brand new book, Snow Ambition, number 4 in the Snow Short series. It's a quick read crime drama featuring Abraham Snow. Check it out at Amazon, also BobbyNash.com and Ben-Books.com as well. And so that's all we've got for now, folks. We hope you have a sensational weekend. Thank you for your kind attention. And let me get to the right place here, put my cursor where it needs to be. And folks, as always, thank you for being here. I appreciate your support, your friendship. And it's time to feed Cookie, and I hope you have a great, great rest of your weekend. Send some love to people that need it, and keep a little for yourself, and that's from me. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. Stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great day. We'll see you Monday on a brand new Nevermind the Furthermore. Take care, everyone.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Hello there, super friends. I'm Kelly Gettner of Phoenix Sisters Cosplay, or you might just know me because you're interested in the virtual Super Friend celebration. If you don't know what the virtual Super Friend celebration is, I'm here to tell you about it. This is a perfectly free virtual convention that's coming up Friday, June 11th through Sunday, June 13th. This will be hosted on Phoenix Sisters Cosplay, our YouTube, and our Facebook. I hope you join us.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Choose high-flying action. Choose death-defying escapes. Choose spine-tingling thrills. Choose nail-biting intrigue. Now's your chance to choose the adventure. The Captain Hawkland Adventures. Available on Amazon.com. From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.